Leonian Universe. Sup Declan, it's been a hell of a long time since I've seen you on stream. How are things?
Hey Gus. We don't actually hear you. We are actually on stream right now, but
okay.
to those on stream, hello, welcome back. Hopefully the audio is okay. We will just see how it is. Let's see, because this is running through the speaker, so I don't know how the volume levels are.
Yeah, you might have turned it down, or turn your mic up.
Yeah, it's very possible. Oh, it actually seems alright. We'll roll with it. Seems to be pretty equalised. If people want something turned up, let me know. The speech and the aircraft are separate, so...
Good OLE 737.
Yeah, the best short-haul aircraft we have. So, who do we have in chat? Yeah, welcome to so far Leona and Tyler. Yeah, so it has been a while. We've been busy at university, but we are here to do a flight today. A couple of flights, hopefully.
Yeah, sounds fine over here.
Sounds good, okay. Right. We'll just leave you there. Okay, we don't need that anymore. So first things first, let's get this planned. So the title just says Dublin to Nurenberg. That's the first flight, but we might sort of... there's an event going on in Nurenberg. There's also one in Brussels later, so we may switch to do that as well. No, we don't want to do that yet. But yeah, this is what we're doing right now. 2 Delta Whiskey will be the call sign. Vision 2 Delta Whiskey on Vatsim anyway, that's what we usually use. Okay. Hopefully that exported properly. There we are. Right, so set up first officer. You do your stuff. V-pilot. Actually 738 today. And we will throw that up.
CDU message displayed. Enter IRS position.
Yeah. What have you been up to, Gus? I guess this is the first time you've been able to kind of relax a bit more without work. I guess you got work, but it's Sunday, so...
Yeah, I still have work. I mean, I haven't done anything this weekend as far as work.
Leonian Universe. Are you doing this on Vatsim?
Yesterday, so.
Also, thanks for helping me understand what computer I would need to buy to do simming if I want to get
CDU
started.
message cleared.
Oh yeah, no problem there, and yeah. Definitely a little bit. If that was the discussion on the Discord, right? Yeah, definitely a little bit more powerful than the one you have, but yeah, it will also be on Vatsim, yes. Right, we can program the CDU. Great. Let's, speaking of Vatsim, file this. We're probably going to call him back from the walk around early by mistake, but that's alright. Since the FSFO dev insists on it being control. Not much you can do. Okay, we'll clear you, put you. Let's see what we have, shall we? We do have a tower. The ATIS should actually work.
160, wind 260 degrees 4 knots. Visibility 10 kilometers clouds. Q at 1,600.
Let me know if Vatsim needs turning up on the stream. It's tied to the speech side. Info kilo. So yeah, I have the plane go to speakers. And Vatsim.
Are you on the ground? It sounds like at least the plane is on.
The planes come to the speakers. 28 left is in use.
Transition level 60. Wind 260 degrees 4 knots.
Yeah, yes, we are on the ground, but the plane is just in turnaround state.
2.1 QNH 1017.
So, okay, 1017.
Advise on initial contact.
So, we are on ground power right now. Okay, we're just into him. Right, so we can get started here.
Oh, by the way, I did play more with the APU yesterday. If you turn both of the generators on, you can turn on the APU yourself, and FSFO won't throw it off.
What, in the triple, or you mean just like if you want to start it up, like put yourself on APU power?
Yeah, if you, or say you wanted to transfer it from ground to APU power yourself.
Right, right, yeah.
Yeah, if you turn both the generators on after the APU comes on, it should work. At least I tried it yesterday.
Okay, yeah, cool. Because yeah, if you don't do that, the FSFO just sort of bugs and just thinks that it needs to recycle it. It's ridiculous, but yeah. Okay, cool. Okay. Right. Those who struggle to read the sim briefings, this dispatch heading here, it has a very good summary. It's very easy to read here. Frankfurt, okay. 350 will be cruise. So we'll just go 213 pounds of fuel. Okay, payload 1342 for 0 fuel weight. Good. Right, we'll go here, FMC, pause in here, TIDW.
I really do hope that one day, TFM will be the only add-on we'll need to control the aircrafts we want to use, from setting up the flight plan through the whole process.
I doubt it, to be honest with you. TFM will always have to work with other programs. There's been a lot of discussion about this lately. Personally, I don't think it's really necessary for sort of TFM to reinvent the whole wheel. As long as devs are willing to work with us, which a lot of them are, you get the odd one, in which case, yeah, great, TFM replace it, but yeah, as long as devs are willing to work with us, if there's a good program that can do the job, it's less coding for Andy and Jason. So I think there will always be other programs, but TFM will definitely get more and more integrated for sure.
Walk around complete.
Yeah, yeah.
Looks like we're getting the data file.
So at stand 130 at the MK Studios Dublin scenery.
Jesse of 123.
Right, you go here.
Hi there.
Hey Jesse.
Jesse of 123.
Hey.
Good luck.
Hey Marshall. Alright, so it'll be 2-8 left. What did Simbrief give us? Pesig 5 gold. Let's have a look at that. Pesig, there's
Leonian
Pesig.
Universe. Also, Vatsim audio sounds kind of low. How?
Vatsim audio is low. Okay, we can probably fix that. It'll turn MVDA up a little bit as well, but...
Yeah, the NVDA is a bit quiet.
yeah.
You could probably turn the
Pesig 5 alpha is what it would be.
yeah. Are you using PACX?
Not today, I don't have it set up properly. I don't know what audio source it's going through. So yeah.
Yeah, you can change it. It's really weird though. You have to know where it's at.
Yeah. Well, we could sort it out, but
Oh hey Gus, I didn't realise you were here.
Yeah, I appeared out of nowhere. I guess you went to go eat, Marshall.
so cruise 350,
Yep.
zero fuel weight there, 4.0
Just trying to-
there, cost index will be 20. Do that again because it's probably put 420 for any reason. Good, execute that. We will just be TO1, climb 1, that's pretty standard here. 2-8 left. Flaps will be 5, CG will be there. So V1 144, 145, 150. So we'll deal with you. Heading will just put heading will just put as 280. Let's deal with this volume issue. Which is it's got to be this. Let's just turn that off. Don't know why it's FSFO just listening. Okay, yeah, so we have to go, where do we go? Advanced properties. Desktop 1 audio. Yeah, here we go. Let's just put it like that. That should be a little bit better. I don't have any aircraft around, so we'll have to actually. Dublin Tower, hello, Vision 2 Delta Whiskey for a radio check, please.
Vision 2 Delta Whiskey, good evening, readability 5.
Readability 5 for you also, thanks. Okay, good. So we can hear him, hopefully you could hear what he said on the stream. Right, so we're good there.
I would be able to tell you if the fucking thing would load.
Of course. And Dublin Tower, Vision 2 Delta Whiskey, hello, we're 73, stand 130 within per kilo, clearance please to Nurenberg.
Vision 2 Delta Whiskey, you're clear to Nurenberg on the Pesach 5 Alpha departure, runway
we have
28
that.
left, squawk 6611, airborne frequency 122.8.
Great. Roger, clear to Nurenberg, Pesach 5 Alpha departure, runway 28 left, squawk 6611, and airborne frequency will be Unicom 122.8, Vision 2 Delta Whiskey.
Vision 2 Delta Whiskey, read back correct.
Good, okay. There we go, now we're getting a bit more traffic, that's better.
Mr. 201, good evening. Surface wind 280 degrees at 4 knots. Runway
Mode
28
Charlie already. Other than that, we have the correct departure already set. Let's do... Here we go, here's Tramp. Let's load the plan for Active Sky. Yes. Right, route data. Yeah, so request wind data. Whilst we're doing this. Actually, to clear up FSFO's idiocies, speed brake can be retracted because we put it out.
CRZ wind uplink ready.
We'll do pre-flight checklist. Pre-flight checklist.
With you on the ILS.
Pre-flight checklist.
Here we go.
Oxygen.
Tested.
Navigation, transfer, display switches.
Normal and auto.
Window heat.
Load.
On. Pressurization mode selector.
Auto.
Flight instruments.
Heading set.
CDU message
Altitude set.
Parking brake.
Set.
Fuel control switches.
Cut off.
Checklist complete.
Right, we'll wait for this to do its flow to power uptake for you. And we should push probably nose right. So we did cross the ditch yesterday, Gus. It's pretty alright. Less busy than I thought. But Australia's pretty good control. It's just finding the times you're actually able to fly there with the time zone differences.
Yeah, I mean, it was alright. My sim clock was about 14 hours off.
CDU message displayed. Single FMC operation.
Oh. FSFO. What did you do?
What happened?
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
I have no idea.
Well, what did it do? Because I'm not listening to the stream.
Basically...
Oh, that.
Wait, did it power up the APU?
Nope.
Oh, I don't think it did.
Actually.
Oh, it did actually, it did.
No APU.
It just didn't switch. That's weird.
Uh-oh.
Let's do... Well, let's do... this flow again.
Sierra 5 right Sierra.
CDU message cleared.
Or you could go to panels and then start APU and then the two generators to on.
Yeah,
it's gonna do
but
that.
I don't know what else is to run.
Beaver 219 face, surface wind 280 degrees at 4 knots, runway 28 left, clear land.
You'll have to reset the MCP.
Yeah,
the
that's
APU's
at
on,
least
I
how
get
it
it.
always. Yeah, the APU's fired up properly. Oops.
It just didn't switch it. What happens if you go both generators on?
Yeah, we'll try. Okay, if ground power's available.
Sierra 201, taxi Sierra, whiskey 1, control runway 1634.
Welcome back.
Well, no, we did 3 flights for this aircraft yesterday with no issues. So,
How was
first
across the
officer
ditch?
up?
yeah, it was good. AC source. Yeah, APU gem, please. APU is already here though. I hit start APU, but it's already here.
CDU message displayed.
Right.
Dual FMC op restored.
That's ground power. But we want to switch you to that. Tell you what, let's just okay. Let's try. Pre-flight checklist.
Pre-flight checklist.
Okay, let's just redo this.
Oxygen.
Tested.
Navigation. Transfer.
So redo our MCP here. Oh, it actually
Normal
kept
and
the
auto.
MCP.
Window heat.
On.
Pressurization mode selector.
Oh,
Auto.
Flight instruments.
the speed was the
Heading
main
set.
one.
Altitude
It
set.
might have
Parking
That
brake.
airplane.
Set.
Yeah, it's
Control
got it.
switches.
Cut off.
Checklist complete.
Unless we hit control, or something. I don't know what we did. Don't think we were actually doing anything when we just sat
I've seen-
here.
I've seen it on everything.
So yeah, that's weird. Alright, let's see. Oh yeah, you won't do the flow, will you? Oh, it will. Here we go.
CDU
Okay,
message cleared.
disconnecting ground power.
CDU message displayed. GPS are invalid.
Yeah, it just
You're
kicks
good.
it off.
Oh,
No.
never mind.
Hmm. Oh yeah, okay, so it doesn't do the whole flow, it just... the APU
like-
is here though.
Yeah.
The APU is all set up.
So what happens if you go? Wait. So. Oh, did you go APU generators on?
Uh-huh.
Okay. But APU
Yeah,
is
the
running
APU's
ground
here.
power. What happen? What happens if you go APU generators on, ground power off?
It should be
I think
disconnected.
that's what I had to do.
Alright, we'll try it, hold on. You, okay. Let's just have him do this again.
Goodness.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Right, left 5 kilometers, speedbird 2193.
Speedbird 2193, taxi Sierra, Whiskey 1, hold short runway 1634.
Heading out for the walk around.
You can head out for the walk around all you like. You've already done that. Yeah.
Speedbird 2193, taxi via Sierra, Whiskey 1, hold short 3416, plot 2.
Let's have it run through the
At Whiskey 1, cross runway 1634.
APU power up
Taxi Hotel 1,
here and
Foxtrot
just
3,
see if
Link 3, stand
it
314.
missed a step.
Oh.
The APU is actually here, but
I see. Yeah.
I don't need the text release again, if you can. No problem, that's Hotel 1, Foxtrot 3, Link 3.
ground power on. Yeah, ground power is off. The two generators are here, so for the APU. Aircraft there. It's pretty cool, but okay, checking that data, yeah, whatever. Just hurry up, please. Oh, it's doing an autosave.
Speedbird 2193, cross runway 1634, taxi Hotel 1, Foxtrot, Link 2, stand 403.
Cross runway 3416 onto Hotel 1, Foxtrot, link 2, stand 403. Speedbird 2193.
Maybe it isn't. I think this whole sim's just like froze. Yeah, there's something like pretty weird going over here with this. Let's try this. Okay. Yeah, okay, we can't even turn FSFO on, so it's...
Oh. I think your sim might have had some fun.
Fucking stupid. Useless. Why does everything fail when we need it to work?
Yeah, pretty much.
Alright, I'm gonna jump off. Fly lunch is ready.
Okay, well that's our cue to restart the sim, I guess, because the sim is just frozen, so... I feel like there's something deeper that's wrong with this particular setup here than just the APU. Yeah. Okay. We'll have to go to Task Manager. Yes, just go. And VPI is going to say, your flight simulator appears to have crashed.
That beeping does not sound good.
Yeah, of course it has, because it's proving to be useless.
Oh, the beeping doesn't really
connected
matter.
to
The
anything.
beeping is just telling me that the ground power isn't available. Or that the aircraft's basically sat there with no power. That's why you heard like all the avionics go off. Right, let's just restart all of this. So, what do we have? Oh, you can go. You. FSRS. Okay, that's it.
Airborne.
Yes.
Next waypoint, dot distance, 0 miles. Prep 3D scenario start window. Change vehicle. Submenu, edit blank, 738.
Right, we'll just do a full restart of the flight.
Select vehicle, Boeing 700.
See if that helps.
BNDG 700. BNDG 700.
Because they should have been able to easily switch over the APU.
Change vehicle. Listing change vehicle.
So,
Submenu dialog window. Edit supply
possibly EIDW. Possibly there was something bigger that was causing an issue there. We were 130. Okay, well you will get to see the aircraft start up from scratch, which is something new, but yeah, not really what we
CDU message cleared.
had intended. So here we go, it's loading all the systems. Yeah, there you go, so it's just connected up to ground power. So, where's my batch file? Here we go. So we'll just run this. Okay. So we already have the flight plan, we don't need that. Okay. Right. So we'll do this. Sync the time with the sim, the real time. We're not using PS yet. We will reconnect here. Let's just make sure our flight plan is filed. It was, what was our, was it 6611? So we'll redo you. Retune to tower.
Lufthansa 845, very good evening. You're clear to roam on the tested 5 Alpha departure.
Open that.
Runway 28 left, squawk 6602, airborne frequency 122.
Good evening, Captain.
Reconnect FSFO. Do its usual stuff.
Clear to roam via Pacific 5 Alpha departure, runway 28 left, squawk 6602. Can you repeat the initial climb?
CDU message
Lufthansa
displayed.
845,
Enter
initial
IRS
climb,
position.
flight level 900.
Initial climb, flight level 900, Lufthansa 8 for Sierra.
And Lufthansa 840, just be advised that departure frequency, once airborne, is Unicom 122.8.
Departure frequency 122.8. Lufthansa 840.
Lufthansa 840, thanks, feedback correct.
Right, so we're just waiting
CDU
for
message
the
cleared.
first officer. Yeah, there we go. To tell us we can program the CDU. Okay, there we go.
You can program the CDU now.
Right, we'll very quickly do this. Our clearance will still be valid. So fuel was
Heading out for the walk.
that 21.3. Payload was 134.2. Right, right, EIDW, stop listening please. First officer, just go. Route, EIDW, EDDN, company route. So we activate U. Departures and arrivals was PSX 5 Alpha. Alpha 28 left. No transition. Execute. Oops. Right, 350 there. 0 fuel weight there. Just a 4.0 whatever. Cost index. We'll do is 20. Go. Right. Standard TO performance. CG there. We flap 5. Just check that it's the same speed. Yeah, okay, 152, but same thing pretty much. So 152. This will be 280. We will just set our altitude to 35 because there's no ATC clearance limit. Check out this departure. So it's runway heading out. Yeah, all looks good. Okay. No speed restriction either, just 250 as usual. So we'll just wait for it to do this flow, then we'll do the pre-flight flow, and hopefully it'll all just work as expected. Okay, so just checking our CDU data. Yeah, she did all this before. That's how you set up a 737 FMC within about 2 minutes, basically. Okay, should all be good. Let's retry. Close up all the doors, which we opened just to get FSFO to start the flows. Pre-flight checklist.
Pre-flight checklist.
Alright, let's have you run this.
Oxygen.
Tested.
Navigation, transfer, and display switches.
Normal and auto.
Window heat.
On.
Pressurization mode selector.
Auto.
Flight instruments.
Heading set. Altitude set.
Parking brake.
Set.
Fuel control switches.
Cut off.
Checklist complete.
Okay, now it'll run the flow. Hopefully. So it's doing the fuel pumps correctly. Just whether it does the well, it fires up the APU, but will it actually transfer it properly?
Engine generator off, flight off. Ground power available. Select fuel up on. Right half fuel up on. Center left fuel up on. Center right fuel up on. Right forward fuel up on. Electrical hydraulic pump 2 on. Electrical hydraulic pump 1 on. Left back off. Right back off. Into wind left 1.9 nautical miles, 64 degrees. Beacon on.
Alright, just had to go grab something. So that actually worked correctly. Everything is set, the flow was carried out, so I have no idea what happened the time before. I feel like it was a sim issue.
Donkey, FSFO.
What?
You donkey. I asked him to do something and he didn't do it.
Oh, right. Yes, so I have a feeling it was a bigger sort of, I don't know, some kind of sim issue there because the whole sim just froze, but whatever. Let's retune to tower because he heard us. I thought we said to go to 122.8. Right, so before start checklist.
Before start checklist. Light deck door.
Closed and locked.
Fuel 212 4 pounds. Checked. Passenger signs.
On MCP.
V2152 heading 280 altitude 3500 takeoff speeds. B10 BR 0 B20
Right, I can try and
CDU
see
pre-flight.
if I can pick you up
Completed.
Rudder
or
and
I
aileron
can
trim.
leave it as
Free
is
and
and
zero.
leave it
Taxi
in
and
Cairns
takeoff
so you
briefing.
can have the
Completed.
freedom to do
Anti-collision
a long
lights.
haul tomorrow.
On.
Checklist complete.
I don't particularly want to move if it's going to cause issues, and
We'll deal with this later.
okay, I'll just leave it then.
Let's just redo these. There we go. Okay, so they are. The V speed should be set now. What else? Yeah, we should be good. We can push, I think. So. Dublin Tower, Vision 2, Delta Whiskey, Stem 130. Sorry about that, we did have a sim issue, which is why we reloaded, but ready for push start now.
Vision 2 Delta Whiskey, no worries. Push start approved, facing west, QNH 1017.
Push and start approved, face west, 1017, thanks. Vision 2 Delta Whiskey. Okay, let's try GSX here. Let's see if it gives us the correct direction. Ooh. De-ice. Well, we'll say no today. But that's pretty cool. First time I've seen that for GSX. So far, this year anyway. Yeah, it is. So, yeah, we'll push to the right. If GSX doesn't give us the option we want, we'll just use FSFO. We'll see. Oh, actually gave us directions this time. That's weird. Never seen to do that. Facing W, facing west, I guess. Okay, well let's try that. I've never seen GSX do that before. Must be the pay-by scenery we're using.
Parking brake off.
Right, let's go. Alright, great. Well, we'll follow that. We're supposed to wait for engine start until the pushback's completed, so we'll wait and do that. See if it does actually push to the right. Yeah, no, it is, okay. Yeah, that's really weird. I've never seen it actually give the direction. That's really helpful. I wonder if that's a GSX update. Usually it'll just say nose left or nose right, and you have to sort of figure out which direction it will be. It's actually quite useful if it says, because it mirrors the controller's instruction.
Dublin Tower, Lufthansa 8 for Sierra, ready for taxi.
Lufthansa 8 for Sierra, taxi, link 4,
Right.
Hotel 1, enter left,
Okay,
runway
it pushed us exactly as we wanted, so
Parking brake on.
brakes are set. We will begin the engine start process now. We've pushed.
Taxi link 4,
Start
Hotel
engines.
1, left for runway 34, hold
Start
short, runway
engines.
28 left. Lufthansa 8 for
Starting
Sierra.
engine 2.
Thank you. You are having a very temperamental day today, FSFO. Right, GSX is disconnecting from us, that's good.
Number 2 starter again. Number 2 mission on.
Clear left
Yes,
and
display.
right. Disconnecting now. Have a good flight. Bye bye.
Oh, looks like Restream stopped. Let me read this here. Sorry for those who couldn't chat. Right, let's have a look here.
Starting engine 1.
The Onion, did it just randomly cut off? Did what? Sorry, the aircraft before or the stream?
Number 2 starter off.
Tech 143, hello. Just the bot. Stephen, yeah, Oxford was really great. We're actually back up at home at the moment because uni is on vacation. But yeah, it went really well whilst I was there. Yeah.
201, welcome back. You're clear to Heathrow on the decks at 1 Alpha departure, runway 28 left.
Okay, there we go. We caught up.
6614, airborne frequency.
See if we can fix the chat in a sec. Yeah, okay.
Alright, just with London, Heathrow, decks at 10.
Okay, I've almost got 2 good starts here.
Was there 201, read back correct? Shamrock 68 X-ray, welcome to Dublin, the gate right Sierra 5, right Sierra.
Okay, there goes the cutout for engine 1, yeah.
All engines stable.
Okay, good. Oh yeah, we didn't actually reload the flight plan, did we? Oh, we can do that quickly. Quick look here. Here, just stand on the taxiway. Flaps going to 5.
Lufthansa 84 Sierra, advise ready for departure.
Ready for departure, Lufthansa 8 for Sierra.
Yeah, there we go.
Lufthansa 84 Sierra, thanks. Surface to wind 280 degrees at 4 knots.
We go route data.
Here for takeoff. Bye bye, Lufthansa 8 for
And hit
Sierra.
request, we should be able to do
Shamrock
that.
68 X-ray, parking preference. Shamrock 68 X-ray, thanks. Continue
Maybe we
Sierra,
actually
hold
closed
for
Restream by mistake.
CD
Reopen it.
CRZ with uplink ready.
Well, I was closing down all the software. Okay, load.
How much reserve fuel did you go with?
60 minutes.
CDU message cleared.
Okay, good. Let's do taxi checklist. Taxi checklist.
Taxi checklist.
Good.
Generator.
On.
Okay, the chat should be back.
On.
Anti-ice.
Set.
Isolation valve.
Auto.
Engine start switches.
Continuous.
Recall.
Checked.
Auto brakes.
RTO.
Flight controls.
Flight control checks. Full
Full
left.
left. Full right. Full back. Full forward.
Rudder check.
Rudder full left. Rudder full right.
Checked.
Ground equipment.
Clear.
Checklist complete.
Right, and we'll also do before takeoff checklist.
Before takeoff checklist.
Don't know why on that.
Flaps.
Set.
Stabilization trim.
Set.
Checklist complete.
Just so that it's out of the way
Leon
before we
Universe.
reposition.
I really like watching this process.
Taxi Bravo 2,
Wish there
Bravo
was
1,
some
stand
kind
choice.
of book to teach you the rules of flying and what all this stuff you're saying actually means.
There are tutorials, so there's two tutorials for the PMDG that I did, but there's also a lot of other streamers or YouTubers who did various tutorials for this particular aircraft. It's quite a popular payware, but yeah, I get it. If you sort of haven't actually flown it yourself, it can be pretty difficult to sort of get what I'm doing. Let's just hide restream chat. Dublin Tower, Vision 2 Delta Whiskey with pushback. We will need to reposition over to 28 left whenever is best for you due to the software limitations. We'll just hold position and wait your call.
Vision 2 Delta Whiskey, you're clear to spawn at runway 28 left now whenever you're ready.
Perfect, we'll reposition to line up runway 28 left, 2 Delta Whiskey. Okay, so we'll use GSX here. People who sort of wonder why we use GSX.
Definitely not running P3D on anything less than a $3,000 beast with massive amounts of processing power. It's so realistic.
Here we go, it'll go, there we go. That's how quick it repositions, which is why we use it, or why I use it. Because it's good, so that you aren't inconvenienced for ATC just waiting for ages for you to actually appear when you warp to the runway. So we'll do that, get rid of the trim, flaps are set. So we should be good. About the $3,000 PC, yeah, well you don't need quite that much, but pretty much 16 gigs of RAM, probably a good GDX graphics card or whatever is a must really. You could probably run it on like the integrated graphics, but it would be pretty horrible experience to be honest. And Vision 2 Delta Whiskey fully ready whenever you need.
Vision 2 Delta Whiskey, thanks. Surface wind 260 degrees at 5 knots, runway 28 left, clear for takeoff. Bye bye.
Runway 28 left, clear for takeoff. Thanks, a great job as always. Bye bye. Vision 2 Delta Whiskey.
Have a good one.
Right, love Dublin Control. They're a great group of people. They always help us BVI pilots get out of here.
Parking brake off.
Right, we'll go about 40% power. Finally getting out of here after some of these issues.
2 Delta Whiskey, cancel takeoff, clear hold position for the moment.
Parking brake on.
Roger, takeoff going to cancel 2 Delta Whiskey. Well, that's new. Okay. Just as we were spooling up, but okay. Yeah, we can do that. So I wonder why that is, if there's another aircraft on final or something.
Vision 2 Delta Whiskey, just for your information, we have an aircraft that looks like he's coming
There are
in
so
from
many
10
don'ts
right,
to
so
make
we're
this
just trying
work.
to contact them at the moment.
Glad to see there's a community behind it.
Oh, Roger.
Definitely
Good on
not
Vatsim, no problem.
Eurofly all.
2 Delta Whiskey.
KLM 933, active runway is 28 left. I can see you're on the approach for 10
KLM
right.
923.
Change your course.
Round of applause. You're coming in for the wrong runway, the opposite runway to me. So you're literally coming in head on at me. Great job. Jesus. Like, how do you get it that Wrong. Right. There is an ATIS.
Twat.
It's alright, this is where you bring reserve fuel. We haven't really started rolling, so we'll take it, it's alright. But could have had a collision on the runway there.
Tower, return to from gate 304, ready for ignition, sir.
201, Portsmouth start approved, facing west, correction facing south, QNH 1017.
Pushing west, facing south.
QNH still the same.
Roger 201, squawk 6614.
Squawk 6614.
Vision 2000 Whiskey, surface wind 260 degrees, 5 knots, runway 28 left, clear for takeoff.
We have takeoff to 8 left, Vision 2000 Whiskey.
Leonian
Thanks again,
Universe.
bye bye.
Eurofly will probably never come close to this.
Parking brake off.
Oh, never. It never will. Eurofly 3 will be a lot better, I can tell you that.
Is FS2020 a realistic flight simulation program like this one?
Toga, let's
or is
go.
it a lot more casual?
At the moment it's a lot more casual, Stephen. It's also awful for accessibility.
KLM 933, say again.
49 knots. 62 knots.
Okay, ignore that. Don't know what happened there.
76 knots. 89 knots.
Not actually on runway heading, but okay.
101 knots.
That's kind of weird.
113 knots. 104
KLM
knots.
933, active runway is 28 left.
101, rotate.
Of runway 10.
D2.
So if you just bring in
146
180
knots.
there, you'll be going in for 28 left.
155 knots.
Positive brake, gear up.
Plane is alright, so
Landing gear up.
could be a scenery issue. Don't feel like GSX actually got it correct.
Yeah, no
there.
problem. The runway is directly at your 6 o'clock.
LNAV on.
So if you
VNAV.
just do 180,
Autopilot.
you'll be
VNAV
coming in
on.
for 28
Command
left.
A on.
Okay, go. LNAV, VNAV. Yeah, that was a bit of a weird, like, the runway was 28, but our heading was 227. But it wasn't like turning, so we weren't going off heading, it was just where it put us.
Leonian
Which is
Universe.
kind of weird.
If Eurofly 3 ever comes out, I've joined the mailing list and haven't heard anything about it.
Right, we'll go flaps 1 shortly. There we go. Turning right now, but okay, we'll go flaps 1.
Flaps 2.
Eurofly 3, yeah, it's supposedly coming next year, like January or February. There is another list, a beta list, so that's why I say that, because there's other stuff that isn't on the main Eurofly list. Right, we'll go, yeah, flaps
Stephen
4.
Cantos. Can you actually control the flights with a flight controller and all that as a blind person?
Flaps up.
I think it'd be pretty cool to do that.
After takeoff checklist. After takeoff checklist.
After takeoff checklist.
There we go. Yes, sort
On
of.
packed.
You can do
Auto.
the takeoff with it.
Landing gear. Up and off. Flaps. Up. No lights. Checklist complete.
To look at the runway guidance, because it didn't actually beep, which is weird. It's a speech log. Here we go. Yeah, the runway heading was really weird. Look at that. GSX. Runway guidance was enabled at heading 227. Huh. So it was we didn't actually go off the runway, but the runway heading was actually just really off, which is super weird. This runway 28 left, so it should be at least like 280 degrees. Weird. I'll have to take a look at that. It's haywire scenery, but could be that GSX is not sort of picking that up, like the layout correctly, but we'll see. Right. We also can go standard. We forgot about that. Let's just go perf. So it will be whatever. It was about 70. So
Transition altitude.
Yeah, there we go.
Checked.
Stephen Cantos. I would love if at some point, when you have more time, you could do a guide to show people how all this stuff works. I wouldn't mind flying somewhere in the future. Leonian Universe. See, kind of really wanna join the beta list. I've been playing the game for years now. Maybe I could actually provide good feedback.
Yeah, you'll have to speak to
feet.
Stefan about that. It's invite only as far as I'm aware, or just like people that he sort of selects. It's been very quiet there for a few years, but recently it sort of came back to life a bit with news of when the initial beta will be released. So, yeah. In terms of a guide, so there is a PMDG tutorial already here. But, like, there's a hell of a lot to all of this, like flight sim wise, so it probably wouldn't really be able to go in one guide, but in terms of how to actually fly the PMDG, yeah, there is a tutorial of how to set up the FMC and do a flight from sort of A to B. So there is no ATC for departure. That was just tower. Okay. Speed is increasing properly, so the climb rate will go back up shortly. Yeah, there we go.
Nightbed. Donations are not necessary, but if you would like to support the stream in any way, visit https://www.paypal.me/vipalots. Stephen Cantos. So where are you actually flying at the moment?
Dublin to Nurenberg, so Ireland to Germany. Basically. Yeah, well, I'll have to look at that. So it's really weird that the heading was 227, but the controller seemed to think we were on 28 left. Like he wasn't saying,
Nick
"Oh,
Cantos.
you're way off the runway."
Hi Declan. Stephen Cantos.
Super weird, but yeah.
Have you ever actually attempted to
Hey
fly
Nick,
from
welcome
your
to the
home
stream.
country to the US?
Oh yeah, Stephen, I've done that a lot. The UK to the US, transatlantic is pretty cool. We've definitely done that before, quite a bit.
Leonian Universe. I've heard many rumors about the next Eurofly. People are saying it's gonna be a lot more realistic. Well, as
Oh,
much
I wish
as
you
it can
wouldn't
be
do
for an
that
arcade
tower.
game.
Seriously?
What, did he close?
No, he just stepped away right as I was about to key up for clearance.
Oh. Yeah, Leonin, it will be a lot more realistic, but still nowhere near this level. Well, as I've always said, it'll be great if it is, as we think it will be more realistic, because it will be a good starter for people, so that they can sort of try out Flight Sim and just see whether they enjoy it. Get a feel for aviation, get a feel for the procedures, before sort of putting the money and the time into P3D, or whatever. This is really P3D is the only simulator we can use, but obviously it is a lot of effort. It is a lot of money for sure. Good. So since Eurofly is free.
Good evening. This is Vision 4 Mike Foxtrot. Type 737-800. We are stand 7. Clearance, please, to Nurenberg. Okay, Roger, cleared to Nurenberg, passive 5 Alpha departure off runway 28 left, 6633 on the squawk, and airborne will be 122.8 for Vision 4 Mike Foxtrot.
Center tank's below 1,000 pounds.
Okay, so we're switching to the wing tanks here. Let's double check. What is way to 8 left heading?
Preflight checklist.
Stephen Cantos.
Yeah, 281.
Is talking flight monitor for P3D or just for facts?
Both. It's for P3D FSX. It sort of works with FS 2020, but very limited. It wasn't designed to. It's just by pure chance, really. And 2020, you can barely use the narration for the
My UGO
menus,
accessibility project will probably come out around the same time. 2022 will be a flurry of new games.
Good. Yeah, that would be good. I'm pretty sure it said 280 degrees or 281, so yeah, I don't know why that heading is so off. Weird.
Work, don't be a bitch. I hope Professor Fo doesn't decide to be a bitch.
Stephen Cantos. The plane you are flying sounds so small.
Small compared to what? It's a 737, so it can hold like 180 people or so. It is very small compared to a 747 or a triple. But, yeah. It is a jet, obviously. One of the most widely used jets.
Before start checklist.
Okay, through 25, ready for 35,000 feet.
Vision 4 Mike Foxtrot is stand 7, ready for push. Push and start approved, face west, vision, 4 Mike Foxtrot. Ground crew from flight deck. Ready for pushback. Start engines. Nose right.
Stephen Cantos. So, assuming you can get P3D running, how many add-ons are you using to get all this done? Is it just one add-on and you're good?
Oh, not quite. Yeah, there's a hell of a lot. So, okay, let me tell you what we're using. So, P3D is the base. Basically, purchasing P3D, you get pretty much zero, just the simulator itself with some very terrible default aircraft. Then we have the PMDG 737 base pack here, with the 737-800 version, which is what, like, is that like $100? So the aircraft itself is very expensive. It's a very, very good aircraft though, that's why. Then we have First Officer Pro, which is the co-pilot doing the checklist, which is also payware. We have Active Sky to do the weather, that is payware. P3D doesn't come with real world weather. We have Active Sky is also paid. We have FS Real Time, which syncs up the real world time with the simulator, because that's something else that P3D doesn't do very well. That can be gotten for free. We have... oh, what else do we have? Let's have a look. What do I have open? Okay, well, yeah, we have TFM, obviously, which is free for the FMC and for various other very useful purposes. VPilot for connecting up to the Vatsim network for ATC. Yeah, I mean, that's about it today. Yeah. Okay. It's all the stuff we have open. We use SimBrief, which is a website, to actually get the route for the flight and the flight plan, the data. Other than that, that's it. So that's a good few other programs. It's, yeah, if you just purchase P3D, you basically get very little. Very little ATC today as well. But yeah, so it's this sort of thing isn't for everyone, you know. Some people just enjoy using Eurofly for what it is, and they'll stick with it because the rest of it is just too complex. But it's really the only simulator we can use. 2020 is inaccessible mostly. X-Plane is very inaccessible because it's completely graphical.
So it's about $400 or so if you want to get started flight swimming. Cool.
Yes, I would say so.
It's definitely a nice hobby.
If you've got a good PC and you've got $500, you can just commit to this and say, okay, I'm going to go from 0 to a good setup with $500. Yeah, you could do that. You could get a PMDG, you could get all the stuff, you could get probably even a couple of PMDG aircraft, maybe even, you know, the 747 or something. Well, whatever, you could definitely get a good setup with $500 or so, yeah.
Before takeoff checklist. How hellish is Nurenberg at the moment?
I'd have to look it up. I don't expect it to be very busy. Don't see much OTC. So, or from where we are. So it's quite busy.
Vision 4 Mike Foxtrot is fully ready for reposition runway 28 left.
5 ATCs, 33 arrivals. So relatively for for Nurenberg,
Roger.
but it's pretty chill still.
Stephen Cantos. So how did you even find a flight simming community?
Well, there was one already here when I arrived, really, Stephen. There's been one around for a good while, like 20 or so years. People used to do this with all sorts of sort of botch jobs. There was It's Your Plane, of course, which was very good. Before that, I think people used to do some stuff with FS Navigator. But obviously it was all sort of semi-realistic. It's Your Plane was the first pretty realistic
Vision
solution.
4 Mike Foxtrot is ready. Runway 2 left.
So there was quite a few people. But since I joined in probably what 2016, 17, there's definitely been a big uptick in people doing this. Mostly because of the fact that, you know, it's been very widely promoted. We now have the PMDG through TFM, so there's a lot to promote it. Okay, 1,000 to go till we level out. And yes, probably Eurofly too as well, actually. There's been a few people started out with Eurofly. I started out with Eurofly and said this is okay. It got me sort of into the idea of having a flight sim, but obviously if you are aware of the procedures of aviation, you'll know that it's not really what you would want from a simulator. So then you move on to P2D and other more realistic setups. Okay, so we're at cruise 78. Okay, very good ground speed actually. Over 500.
Well, we're up.
Okay, good. What was your runway heading, by the way?
278.
Okay. Yeah, that will be more logical.
Although I haven't got that scenery.
Yeah. That's what I mean. So I'll take a look at that. Because that's kind of a little bit worrying if the scenery has us that far off the correct heading.
Vision 4 Mike Foxtrot is airborne. Thank you for the ATC. Soon we'll switch over to unit comms.
Nick Cantos. Is there a document like scripts you can use to practice what to say for new pilots?
There's a lot of stuff on Vatsim.net. It's probably the best place to look. They have a lot of resources going through how you would
P3D isn't the most realistic simulator there is.
Phraseology.
I thought it was the top of the line professional sim that pilots use. You're saying there are even more realistic options out there?
P3D? Probably, yes, there are. X-Plane is a very good simulator. Has a very good flight model. Apparently P3D, to actually fly is great system depth wise, but to actually fly it sort of feels like you're flying something on rails rather than sort of with an actual flight model, whereas X-Plane has a very good sort of physics system apparently, and some pretty good add-on aircraft as well, but for us P3D is the most realistic. It is a very good simulator.
After takeoff checklist.
Okay, so we have 4:53 till top of descent. We may as well look at the survival. 350 is final cruise. Survival. Delta Kilo Bravo 5 Tango to runway 28. Let's check on their ATIS that they are using 28. As well. Okay, yes, runway 28. Transition to 70, which we already have set. Info Lima. Roger. Yeah, we don't care about that.
Leonian Universe. How long will it take you to reach your destination?
It will take about 1 hour 10 minutes or so. Okay, so departures, arrivals, so it will be probably ILS Zulu 28 approach. Where's the... yeah, DKB 5T arrival.
Oh, DeWitt. For some reason I thought it was a shorter flight than that, LOL.
Oh, hello.
I will be back in a minute.
Okay. Yeah, I actually thought it was shorter when I set it up, but it isn't. So. What the hell transition are we supposed to use for survival? Let's see. Oh, Tramp's layout is horrible. So the Dick 5 Tango arrival. No, I'm joking. DKB or whatever the hell it is. 5 Tango arrival. What does it have us doing? Direction blah blah blah. Okay. So God, what are all these? Okay. Direct to, just trying to see if we can connect these the star and the approach up with a transition. Yeah, it's the... okay, so it's the... Ubala transition. Upala 28. Okay, or is it?
Oh, DeWitt.
Could also be.
I changed my username so that you would know who I was when I joined your streams.
Ah, okay. Gotcha, yeah. difference between these? We'll go UPA 28 transition. That could change, but that's okay. Okay, good. So about an hour till we descend. Should make sense. Let's have a look at the survival. Okay.
Stephen Cantos.
So 4,000 will be our ALS altitude.
Is there a way to actually take on passengers to fly in this sim like in Eurofly?
Yes, there is. But you guessed it, it's another paid add-on. It's called PACX. It does more than Eurofly. You get actual customized announcements depending on what airline you're flying, what area, what time of day. You actually get sort of passenger feedback in real time. So it is pretty complex, but it's still, to get passengers, it's another paid add-on. Outside view. Those engines sound very sort of tinny. That's the only thing I don't like about the sound pack.
Does GSX allow you to do that?
It does also allow boarding with passengers, yeah. It just doesn't give you the flight attendants or the sort of real-time feedback, which is why I usually use PACX, just to get that. But yeah, you can also do it with GSX. Right, let's get rid of this crap piece of software. Tramp. Let's have a look. So we should arrive at 8:20 PM. So that is okay. Actually, about an hour 30 away. So it could be a little bit longer than TFM thinks.
Donations are not necessary, but if you would like to support
Fuel
the stream
will be
in
good.
any way, visit https://www.paypal.me/vipalots. Hope the wit. Oh, makes sense. I suppose it's good to have both.
Right, is this...
Yeah, either will do.
Actually going to stay working?
Either will do. I didn't use passengers for this flight just because I couldn't be bothered to wait for them to board, to be honest with you.
Stephen Cantos.
It would take like 30 minutes usually.
You could hear your passengers board the plane.
Yeah, you
Made
could.
It more real to me.
They also took 2 minutes to board the aircraft or so I don't know how they actually did it, whether they just sort of chucked them into their seats or whatever, but a real aircraft would sort of take at least 20-30 minutes to actually board. But yeah, with PACX you can also hear them board. Same with GSX, which is cool, yeah, for sure. It's just it depends on how much time you have to sort of give to waiting for passengers. Also, because we had the sim crash or the sim issue, I'm kind of glad that we didn't choose to take passengers, because we would have had to reload them again.
I don't know what the hell's...
We can probably push our speed up actually. We're only at 0.77.
Oh, come on, please.
What?
Fucking, I can't get a word in. This is
Your frequency.
useless.
Okay.
No, this
We've sped up by Mach point 0. Well, yeah, point decimal 4 of a Mach. So. Oops.
No, this connection, it keeps causing me issues.
Oh, okay. You're coming through alright
That must be
to
the third or
TT.
fourth Yeah, that must be the third or fourth time I've logged in and out.
Yeah, you're okay at this point, so hopefully... There we go, that's better. We've gained about 30 knots ground speed. So, see if that helps with the ETA a little bit.
Stephen Cantos. Are all these paid ad ones made by the same company that makes P3D itself?
Oh no, lots of different developers. Lockheed, who make P3D, actually make it for professional, really for professional companies who use it for training purposes. Us as flight simmers just sort of tagged on and used it as a base to build new add-ons off of. But yeah. P2D would really not be used without all the add-ons because they sort of make it realistic. Yeah.
Right, can I get back on Vatsim, or is it going to throw a temp tantrum?
509 knots ground speed. Distance limit 443 0 hours, 52 minutes and 21 seconds.
But it's not throwing a fit yet.
Good.
But no, I am enjoying doing stuff on this system now. It's definitely streamlined my workflow, and I don't get half as annoyed when I'm trying to use this aircraft, because it just works.
Yeah. Just a bit annoyed.
Yeah. But I almost always know that most of the time I'm going to get there probably in one piece, even if there are issues with it, rather than
It's usually
deciding to go
software.
round and round in circles.
Not your system, yeah. Okay, there's Langham radar. London's also on, but I don't think we'll get them today.
Hope DeWitt. I'm guessing you're only back home for the holidays?
Yeah, till like mid-January. So, like 6 weeks. It's pretty alright, to be fair.
Oh. Oh no.
Oh.
I'll tell you privately, this is not for the stream's ears.
Yeah, okay. Send it to my phone. Oh, wait. Oh, okay. It isn't what I thought it was, yeah, okay. Yeah, don't send it to my TT, otherwise he'll read it out. Let's guess, did one of our favourite people do something really silly again?
I think so.
Nick Cantos.
Oh,
How's
dear.
Oxford? They murdering you with homework there?
They cram a lot for the 8-week terms that we are there. Sure, Nick, yeah. There's less to do during the vacation, which is, yeah, you sort of relax a bit during the vacation, go back, cram for 8 weeks, then get back, and the cycle repeats. But Oxford itself is great. The people there are just wonderful. The community there is great. Shush. The city is obviously quite traditional too. There's a Vatsim message.
Donations are not necessary, but if you would like to support the stream in any way, visit https://www.paypal.me/vipalots.
Distance 12 miles. Bear 101 degrees 1 minute 29 seconds. Level 0 /100 outside the south.
What traffic do we have around us? Let's see. Okay, a lot, but they're all on the ground or way below us. We'll also do our FSFO briefing for our arrival here. Okay. So import this. Yeah, there's the plan. We need to set up our arrival runway. So it'll be ILS, flaps 30 probably. Let's just see how long the runway is. Oh, it's pretty short, 8,800 meters. So let's go. Yeah, flaps. Oh, let's contact me. Flaps 30, auto brakes 4 probably. Okay, who's this? No, Brussels. Brussels, hello, Vision 2 Delta Whiskey 350 inbound on Tom.
Vision 2 Delta Whiskey, hello, radar contact.
Right, good. Brussels, have us. Radar contact. I believe there's a Brussels event on later as well, so we may well fly there after a little break. Probably not.
Version 505, expect
probably not on
pilot
stream for that.
25
Just
left
relax a bit
Charlie
later today, but. Yeah, we probably will just do this flight actually for the stream. I didn't realise quite how long it was as well. Thought it was like an hour 30, but it's probably, well, because of also the sim issue that we had to troubleshoot and restart the entire sim, it's probably going to be about
okay, I'm expect 25 right.
at least 2 hours 30 or so by the time we finish, so yeah.
But no, I doubt I'm going to hear anything in the next few hours, so...
Ryanair 4 Kilo Charlie, contact Brussels Control 129er575, bye bye.
Yeah, Ryanair 4 Kilo Charlie having some export issues. I heard only the part of contact, I didn't hear the signal.
Contact Brussels 129er575.
129er575 for Ryanair 4 Kilo Charlie, good luck.
Distance 26 nautical miles. Bearing 94 minutes, 13 seconds.
Virgin 505, proceed direct to Turkey, direct Bravo, Uniform November. Vision 2 Delta Whiskey, direct to Matuk.
Oh, of course he calls us. Direct to Matter for Vision 2. Whiskey. Okay, there it is. Go. Right, we're back. Had the stream on, so that's why I could hear what he said. That should help out to reach here as well. Nice little direct. So 40 minutes till we start descending into Nurenberg, let's say.
Distance 27 nautical miles. Then 91 degrees 3 minutes. 16.
Lufthansa take Charlie Mike, when ready, descend flight level 330, level Remba.
When ready, descend to level 330 to be level at which point, sorry?
Remba.
To be leveled at Remba, thank you very much.
Easy 34 Kilo Echo, contact Brussels 129575.
129575 over Easy Kilo Echo.
Virgin 505, when ready, descend flight level 110 to be level at Turkey.
Next waypoint, distance 146 miles. 102 degrees, 17 minutes, 56 seconds. Miles. 1.2 miles, 83 degrees, run at standard line.
Lufthansa Take Charlie Mike, contact Brussels Control 129er 575, good day.
129er 575, thank you very much.
Virgin 505, maintain speed 320 knots.
Ground speed reduced a little bit, but so just note this arrival because it's pretty weird. German arrivals, they like to have all these strange approach transitions. So it's so DKB 5 Tango with the
Virgin 505, reduce speed 300 knots.
where the hell is... yeah, that's it. With the UPA 28 transition for ILS Zulu 28. So that's what we have. They could change it though, so we'll see. Brussels very quiet.
Which frequency are you on?
Brussels 1211.
I'm going to see if I can get in early because I'm going to need to go for a bath, so I'm going to see if I can get in early and request permission away.
Beeline 2628, hello, radar contact, descent flight level 80,
should be able
proceed
to.
direct to Bruno, Bravo, uniform November.
But
Bravo 80, direct to Bruno, Beeline 2628.
And Beeline 2028, expect vector ILS runway 25 right.
Vector 3 hours 25 right, Beeline 2628.
Brussels Centre, Vision 4 Mike Foxtrot, flight level 350, inbound Compton. Do realise we are out of your airspace, however, if possible we will need between 10 to 20 minutes away from the aircraft, so I thought I'd check in early.
Yeah, that's much too early, sir. I will call you if you're closing in.
Oh, well, that didn't
Beeline
quite work the way
2628,
I
turn
wanted
left,
it
direct
to.
Bravo, uniform November.
no, I'll just disconnect to be sure. Just reconnect when you get back.
Yeah. Did you see it?
Virgin 505, descent flight level 80.
Why isn't it that they don't follow instructions when I ask them to do something, they don't do it?
What?
Oh, because I asked them to get in contact and they never did.
Freebird 84 kilo, hello, radar contact, proceed direct to Map.
Direct Speedbird 84 kilo.
Hope DeWitt.
Virgin
Don't
505,
you have
reduce
to
speed
let them
to
know when you
50 knots.
disconnect whenever you disconnect?
Beeline 2628, contact Brussels arrival 118.
If you're with a controller, yes. Marshall isn't with a controller yet. He just tried to get onto Brussels a bit early to ask for time away, but Brussels said he was too far out of his airspace, so
I might still have 10 minutes yet, so I might be in Brussels airspace by the time.
yeah. But yeah, you're not allowed to leave your connection unattended unless you get you can get permission for a controller to get up to 30 minutes as the maximum away. But if you're just sort of outside of controlled airspace, it's best just to log off. Because if you get a contact me for a controller and you're not there to pick it up, then they'll get irritated, obviously. So.
Vision 2 Delta Whiskey, contact Brussels Control 129er 575. Good day.
129, sorry, was it 575, 2 Delta Whiskey? 2 Delta Whiskey, sorry, just confirm the frequency.
129er 575.
Ah, we were right, perfect. 129 and 575. Thanks for the service, see you next time, Vision 2 Delta Whiskey.
Bye.
Bye. I didn't say that on frequency. That guy was pretty miserable. It was alright.
Alright, I've disconnected because I do have to go, so...
Okay.
I'll be back in time for the arrival.
Brussels Control, hello, Vision 2 Delta Whiskey 350 inbound Mattock.
Vision 2 Delta Whiskey, Brussels Control identified.
Right, so we should be in German airspace pretty soon with Langen radar. I guess they cover Nurenberg, maybe. Not really sure, but yeah, there should definitely be ATC all the way to
Tango Victor, you're outside
the
my
runway.
airspace and you received Unicom 5 minutes ago.
Okay, thank you. Unicom 1
Qatari A3 Bravo, contact arrival 118.25, provide.
Boston Control, Kunavos, coordinate 45 Tango, on the link 090, climbing flight level 70, request RNP approach, runway 2 to left via E-plan.
Audi 9er 45 Tango, Brussels Control identified. Stand by, climb flight level 120.
Any chance to remain flight level 70, coordinate 45 Tango?
Audi 9er 45 Tango, that's approved, climb flight level 70.
Yeah, flight level 70, coordinate 45 Tango.
Alright, I just have a little bit of food here, the drink, so I will still be here, but obviously I will mute the mic. I'll tell you this. So, yeah, we should still be able to get Vatsim
And
calls.
quality 9er 45 Tango, confirm you want the RNP approach for runway 2 to left in the air.
It's a hot cross bond with
firm. We currently
jam on, so we don't want to cover this microphone in sticky substances.
Approaches in Liège, and now we're requesting the RFP to left via E-plan.
Yeah, okay, quality 9er 45 Tango, that's approved, proceed direct to E-plan.
Quality! What a great
Direct
airline.
E-plan, we expect RFP to left, coordinate 45 Tango.
What airline is that? Quality? No idea.
Eurotrans 484, welcome to Luxembourg, taxi to stand of choice. Bye.
Radar, good evening, Lufthansa 458, level 220.
Lufthansa 1004, Brussels Control, a very good evening. Radar contact cleared on the All 04 Alpha arrival. Proceed direct to Lima November Oscar, descend flight level 120. And Lufthansa 1004, confirm level 120 when ready. Lufthansa 458, Brussels Control, hello, identified. Cleared on the All 04 Alpha arrival.
Lufthansa 458, All 04 Alpha arrival. Control
good evening, Belgian 946 inbound Hotel Uniform Lima,
Delta Air Force 642, Brussels Control, hello, radar contact, climb flight level 290.
Climb 290, Belgian Air Force.
Quality 945 Tango, cleared for the RMP approach runway 22 left via E-plan. When ready, descend 3000 feet, QNH 1006.
Roger, clear the RMP approach 22 left via E-plan. When ready, descend 3000 feet, QNH 1006, 2945 Tango.
So we have the BVI virtual event as well.
1004,
next
direct
weekend, it's a pretty big weekend, Vatsim-wise. Next weekend we have Flying Sea Centre, which is on Saturday, which is an event, Vatsim event where you book to fly to Lapland, which is quite cute really. Sunday we have the BVI event, which is going to Helsinki, which a lot of people signed up for if they're part of BVI virtual, so we might, I don't know, shall we stream those, or could do.
Lufthansa 1004 to right
Flying Sea Centre last year, we were holding for about 3 hours. It's pretty ridiculous, so don't know how interesting that would be for people on stream, but we could do, I guess.
Heading 320.
Control, good evening, yes, sir, we have 5 activity, pass flight level 220, descending flight level 180 inbound at the moment.
Stabia 55 Victor, Brussels Control, a very good evening. Cleared on the Bati 5 Alpha arrival, descend flight level 120.
See, for the person saying about, I forget who it was, said about where can you find Vatsim procedures.
Vision 2 Delta Whiskey, contact Langen 124.725, bye bye.
124.725, Vision 2 Delta Whiskey, bye bye.
Alpine 9040 Brussels, hello, squawk 1000.
Oh god, we're a bit sticky. Let's sort this out before we type. But yes, the best way is to listen to active frequencies.
If you don't stream it,
707,
could I always
Brussels
come
Control,
on the
hello,
BVI
clear to your
pilot server
destination
and
via
join
the
that way?
SMOX 4
Oh yeah, of
Obviously
course.
I can't fly, but it'd still be cool to see.
4000 feet.
I don't usually VAC it through to TT, I could probably set that up though. 124.725. Yeah, the best way is just to listen to active frequencies and like also to just remember that a lot of it is basic logic. Like if you contact a controller, it's pretty logical if you're airborne that you would tell them where, you know, what waypoint you're headed to, what your altitude is, that sort of thing. So a lot of it is logic. At least I would say it is. But so it's not as difficult as it seems probably at first. Sort of listen. Langen, hello. Vision 2 Delta Whiskey, level 350 inbound Movum. No, not the call sign. Hello. The call sign is Vision, by the way, like eyesight.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't get it. Can you say again?
It's a Vision, like the eyesight that you would have.
Okay, thank you very much.
Although in our case it's the eyesight that we don't have, but yeah, because our airline is so funny.
Force 272 Juliet Papa, Langen NO identified.
I definitely think a lot of controllers are getting to know our call sign without being prompted, so shows you we're doing something right. Because I don't think as a virtual airline, I don't know how we're supposed to get it like inserted into the Vatsim database. Like controllers will get a thing pop up that will show them what the call sign is, but unless it's in the actual database, it won't. Which is why sometimes they'll say Bravo Victor India, because that's the IKO code that our airline uses. So they just use the
Number
phonetics.
13565, tschüss, Luftfahrt noch wechseln.
Hope the wit. Yeah, spreading the awareness. LOL.
Remember Yankee. Say again?
Yeah. The idea is whenever a controller hears vision, they just know our procedures. Which is why it really amuses me when some blind pilots say that, oh, we don't want to fly for BVI, or oh, we don't want to use it on Vatsim. It's like, well, it's actually an advantage for you, because so many of us already do, that when you contact a controller with the call sign vision, they will, a lot of them will just say, oh yeah, okay, they're a blind pilot, they need to reposition. There's none of this discussion about it or flight remarks. It's just this one word and they know. So, you know, it's actually quite useful, at least I would say. But
German Airlines 7765 landing.
Go ahead.
Descent level 250.
Descent flight level 250, German Airlines 7765.
Easy 5, remember Yankee, contact radar 135.65. Bye bye.
Hope the wit. Exactly.
wow, what is that? Jeez, stop. Stop.
Remember X-ray, you came in 0 of 5. Check your mic.
Yeah, it sounds like you've got your mic out of the window of a real aircraft. Gale force winds, because that is awful. Lucky that came in quieter on the stream than it did through my headset, because I have it turned down slightly for stream, but that was so loud.
Airline 7765, contact Langen radar on 125.2.
Contact Langen radar 125.2. Transport service to now, ciao.
Gerne, ciao.
Hope the wit. The good news is that I may be getting a job soon, which means new computer for flying, or at least learning how to.
Oh yeah, that's great. It's also good just to have a purpose, right? Have a routine, purpose. Just doing something every day, sort of. I mean, obviously, yeah, a job is like, it's work, and you're like, oh, well, I've got to do this. But it's also good that you have something to work at. Like, you know, personally during the lockdown when we were here and there was less to work at, it's it's cool for the first few weeks, and then you're like, oh, well, what do I do? But yeah, that would be cool.
Oh, of course.
So I guess your PC is well and truly broken. There's no way they can just like have them fix it for lesser. Christ, these mics are terrible. For like a lesser price, they can just fix it, or is it just beyond repair? Right, let's see if I can eat this other hot cross bun thing before we have to descend. These are very nice, but very sticky. Just a problem. Vision SOP, or Standard Operating Procedure. No sticky food in the flight deck. No stickiness on the controls.
Well, I had a working one, but then it broke.
Yeah, I remember you said.
And I already paid for the SIM and everything.
You already paid for it?
And yes, it's pretty much beyond repair.
A descent flight level 250, $2. Already? Great, I think we have the wrong arrival, probably. Why? Vision 2, sorry, just confirm my arrival will be the Delta Kilo Bravo 2, 5 Tango. It shows that top of drop being about another 100 miles.
Vision 2 Delta Whiskey, yes, that's correct, but on the request of the next sector, the future sequence, you have to be sent now.
Roger, no problem at all, just thought I'd query.
Thank you.
Set flight level 250.
Flight
Does
level
K-Flat.
250.
Wow, this sound pack actually sounds really good at cruise. What are your volumes set to in PMDG options and sound?
Flight level change mode.
VNAV off. Level change mode on.
Right. Let's go. Set speed 280.
Speed 0.
Yeah, it's because we're... See what that does. They're all just default, I think, us. The only thing that's different is obviously this is immersive. And also I changed the avionics. But other than that, yeah, they're all default volumes. Okay, yeah, it's doing alright. VNAV is
VNAV on.
Message displayed. Red required.
Christ. Flight level change mode.
VNAV off. Level change mode on.
It's not bad. Okay, so for some weird reason we have to descend to 250 sequencing or whatever, so we will.
Vision 2 Delta Whiskey, contact radar on 125.2. Have a nice time.
Oh, 125.2, thanks for this great service, Vision 2 Delta Whiskey. Descent checklist.
Descent checklist. Pressurization. Set. Recall. Check.
Oh, drag required.
Auto brakes. Set.
CDU message cleared.
Oh yeah, can we be 280? Yeah, that's better. Now we can do that.
Landing data. Check. Altimeters. Check. Approach briefing. Completed.
Kilo Romeo Hotel, 1 Whiskey arrival. Descent via star 4000 feet, QNH 100.
Checklist complete.
Good. It's just dropping out of the sky to get back up to 280. Radar, hello. Vision 2 Delta Whiskey is inbound Nova. I'm descending flight level 250.
German 776, you got stepped on second.
Oh. We block someone.
German 7765, say again. Ryanair 1 Papa Kilo, contact München, radar 133, decimal 225, ciao.
München Monster 365, Ryanair 1. Pass together, bye bye.
Langräder, guten Abend. Das ist meine von Mike. Service 270 on die Bagger.
Das ist meine von Mike, Langen, Bruder, Identified, Profit direkt M-Kill.
Angezeigte M-Kill, meine von Mike.
Going Snyder 30, contact Langen Radar 124 decimal 9, 124 decimal 725, ciao.
124 decimal 725, you're having some answers. Dankeschön, noch einen schönen Abend.
14800, contact Langen Radar 124.
I will change our cruise altitude to 250 as well. We'll level out. So we just look at this, we still have 230 miles pretty much to go. Unless they're going to change our arrival or our approach to something much shorter. We descended super early.
Lang Radar, Lufthansa 24 Mike, passing flight level 298 for flight level 320. Cleared, Karlsruhe 1 Whiskey arrival, route 4000 feet, QNH 100, German Airlines 7765.
German 7765, confirmed descent via star 4000 feet.
Star 4000 feet, German Airlines 7765.
Lufthansa 2 Mike, Langen, Bruder, Identified, Sendline level 250, breaking 240. 340, damn it.
Climb 340, Lufthansa 2 oh my god.
Radar, hello, Vision 2 Delta Whiskey, descending flight level 250.
Vision 2 Delta Whiskey, Langen, Bruder, Identified, cleared Dinkelsbühl 5 Tango, Delta Kilo Bravo 5 Tango arrival, Sophie direct, let go.
Roger, clear Delta Kilo Bravo 5 Tango and we'll proceed direct to Letgu for Vision 2 Delta Whiskey. Okay.
When ready, descend to reach flight level 110 at Letgu.
When ready, 110 at Letgu for Vision 2 Delta Whiskey. Okay. Where is the... oh, there's Letgu. So you go up to the top. You should be... okay, first let's just go to the cruise here. Okay, it doesn't actually matter. Let's just go here. Change this to, let's say, 270 slash 11,000.
CDU message displayed.
Yeah.
Unable 270 KTS at Letgu.
Oh, shush, yes, you are available. So we'll do that. We'll set you to that. Hopefully this will descend. Let's put VNAV.
VNAV on.
Okay, let's just watch what you do. Flight level change mode.
VNAV off. Level change mode on.
Oh, we were given clearance, but I don't really want you to... I don't really want you to go now. So we'll just leave it here at 2.5. Because look, we've got 74 miles to this. So I don't know why VNAV wanted to go straight away.
Until 60 on an even flight level. Do you want to climb to 400 or descend to 38?
Can you confirm out Echo Whiskey? Because you said Echo Victor.
Back to 280.
Sorry, it was for Alpine 36 Echo Whiskey.
This is such a weird arrival. Why do we have to be this low?
We'll climb to 40, please.
Alpine 36 Echo Victor, Roger, climb
Speed up to 280.
Alpine 36 Echo Whiskey, sorry about that actually. Could we climb down to 380? Sorry.
No problem, descend to flight level 380.
380, thanks very much. Alpine 36 Echo Whiskey.
Right, let's try, so, 11,000.
VNAV on.
VNAV. Let's just see what it wants to do. Cause... okay, there we go. That's slow. That might be alright. Perhaps it's calculated a path. So let's just keep that. Should do it. Okay, so approach speed, we'll say about 154. Well, let's actually check. Okay, so we'll say, yeah, we'll just add 5, so 154, flaps 30. See, we're quite heavy. Did we do descent wings? I don't think we did. Just because I thought we still had like 130 miles, and then they said, oh yeah, descend. So, right, we'll do this. Don't worry about that, it's auto-save. Yeah, I'd love to slow that speed, but okay, just go slower. Just leave it.
CDU message displayed. Forecast speed is ready.
Okay, we'll load those, that should help.
CDU message displayed. Descent forecast Sutlow. CDU message cleared.
Okay, good.
CDU message displayed. Unable 270 KTS and let go.
Yes, you are.
CDU message cleared.
You're already at 260, you stupid plane. Yeah, that looks about right. 50 miles to go. Yeah, VNAV's calculated a suitable path by the looks of it. We're in a very shallow descent, so that is why it's pretty high power. We could have also used the descend now prompt probably when they told us to go down from 350, but that would descend you very slowly, and it seemed like they wanted us down sooner rather than later, so that's why we sort of just flight level changed it. Alright, all good.
Alright, I'm back. What's happening?
We got a very interesting descent to 250, about 130 miles out from our top of drop. But we're getting back on track. Apparently it was for sequencing for the next sector. I just asked, so we're just in a very shallow descent here, catching up with the VNAV with the VNAV pass.
Alright, well, I'm back on Vatsim. I'll talk to him in a minute.
Lufthansa
Brussels, hello, Vision 4 Mike Foxtrot. We called you earlier. Unfortunately, we had to step away from our PC before we reached your sector. Are we still supposed to be with you, or is it the other Brussels control at the moment? Okay, roger. Your frequency, Vision 4 Mike Foxtrot.
Bearing 5 Mike, back in cockpit. Welcome back.
I've got to say this sound pack sounds better for me from the
for Mike
speakers.
Foxtrot, for your information, we are 9 at 8 miles from Matub. Yeah.
Reason being, I think because it's designed like the cockpit. So with headphones on, this just sort of in the background, it sounds better, but with the PMDG default, it's kind of like a mix, I think, between cockpit and cabin, kind of. So it sounds better with headsets, really.
Vision 4 Mike Foxtrot. Unfortunately, I'm being called away from my machine again. Could I stay connected?
Why don't we just roll back? Oops. Oh, we just sped up that descent a little bit.
Oh, he just said stop talking, please. You're not very helpful, man.
What?
Well, I'm gonna have to.
I mean, yeah, I don't know what he's on about, but there's not much the controller can do if you can't stay at the PC for more than 2 minutes.
Delta Whiskey, contact München 129er, decimal 550.
Dude, can I just eat my hot cross bun? 129, sorry, was it 12952 for $2 whiskey?
Hey, come. Have a nice evening.
You too, thanks, bye-bye. Christ. Trying to type with one hand here. Oh, Christ. I thought, oh, it's fine, we'll have at least another 20 minutes before we descend.
Okay, Brussels Control, Vision 4 Mike Foxtrot, 9 at 8 miles from Matug, 350, 5 minutes away if possible, please.
It's 5-2, wasn't it? There we go. Right.
Lufthansa 2 Mike, after this hold, cleared Upala to A transition,
descent flight level 90.
Oh, and there's going to be a hold. It's going to be fun. Vision 2 Delta Whiskey, hello, descending flight level 110 to be level at Ledgoop.
To Delta Whiskey with radar, good evening, identified information November, expect ILS 28.
Roger, we will check November and we'll expect the ILS 28, Vision 2 Delta Whiskey. Okay.
Papa, turn right, direct Delta, November 456.
Please do as I say.
Feet, Queen H1.
This controller is very definite. Okay. Alright, there we go. We're finished eating. Let's get serious.
Hello, Red Nose 414, information November, Flight level 120.
Net Road 414 with radar, good evening, identified information November, expect ILS 28.
Red Nose 414, information November, expect 28.
Red Nose 414, reduce the minimum clean.
Red Nose 414, already minimum clean.
Lufthansa 2 Echo Mike with radar, good evening, identified climb flight level 180.
Okay, good. So we're set up to be level 110 by Ledgoop. We've done a good job.
Juliet Alpha, turn right heading 160.
Right heading 160.
And Ocean 6 Juliet Alpha, contact number director 119.475, call sign only.
That will be our next frequency.
119.475.
So we'll program that in ready.
Metro 414, hold over Upala is published.
Red Nose 414, hold over Upala is published.
Right, we're going to set that up.
Lufthansa 150 with radar, good evening, identified fly heading 100.
Yeah.
Information November, expect ILS 28.
So we go 2 left to select Upala, put it 6 left, execute. Now we should have the hold in at
CDU message
Upala.
Unable to
Oh god, will you stop telling me that?
Mike,
I do not care. God, this plane is so whingy, it's like a little child.
Papa, contact director 119.475, call sign only.
Nothing, I don't care. Shush. So we see we now have a hold that prompt at Upalo. It's calculated 222 knots, being the optimum hold speed. Never expected to hold into Nurenberg, but we are, so yes. Get out! It's very easy.
Using 26 Papa, contact München radar 133, das mit 225.
Yeah, it couldn't be easier in the PMDG, so you should be alright. Well, as long as you're at your PC, that is.
133.225, clearing 26 Papa Chow.
Lufthansa 2 Echo Mike, also for you, München radar 133, das mit 225, bye bye.
133, das mit 225, Lufthansa 2 Echo Mike, danke, ciao.
Lufthansa 2 Mike, turn right heading 010.
Right 010, that's
Lufthansa 3 Alpha Kilo, descent into hold flight level 90.
Oh, a fucking COVID test.
Yeah, double whammy, because that first one failed.
COVID tests. Yes.
So if I suddenly disappear, then...
2 Delta Whiskey, turn left heading 010. Descent flight level 90.
Set heading 010.
Heading 10.
Turn left heading 010, descent flight level 90, Vision 2 Delta Whiskey. Heading select.
LNAV off. Heading select on.
Set flight level 90.
Reset MCP altitude.
Lufthansa 150, descend flight level 110.
CDU message clear.
Vision 4 Mike Foxtrot is back.
Give it altitude into me.
Wait, he's
Right,
not
good. Turning left.
Lufthansa 2 Mike, turn right heading 100.
Heading 100.
I think we are going down. No, it's just faffing.
And Lufthansa 2 Mike,
VNAV off.
please
Level change mode on.
Give it 250 knots, level change, just go down, please. Should work. Right, whether we're going to have to hold or whether
flight level 100.
he is going to ignore that, I don't know. If he does, how do we get rid of it?
Take 2 Delta Whiskey, turn right heading 100.
Turn right heading 100, vision 2 Delta Whiskey. Set heading 100.
Heading 100.
Okay, that was a bit weird. Left turn, then right turn back to where we were, but we can get rid of the hole actually, we just move waypoint 3 over it.
Lufthansa 2 Mike, contact Nurenberg director 119.475, call sign only.
Okay, through 10,000. We'll do the landing lights and all that.
Using 4 Kilo Mike with radar, good evening.
Transition level is already set at 70. We can go 1,000 to go to a level out. This is a much busier arrival than I expected actually.
Lufthansa 3 Alpha Kilo, proceed direct Delta November 461.
Ah, we actually have that waypoint as well. Perfect. Always in Germany they give you a waypoint on the arrival and you say, oh great, I haven't actually got it. There we go, almost leveled out here. What's our fuel? Okay, we're good. Okay, level out at 250. I'll bring this back to 240, I think, just to prepare.
Netros 414. After this hold, cleared Upala 28 transition.
Well, it's also the transition we have in, so we're set up properly. Yay for us.
Take 2 Delta Whiskey, contact Nurenberg director 119.475, call sign only.
119.475. Goodbye, Vision 2 Delta Whiskey.
Lufthansa 1.
You keep saying the wrong call sign, I think, but whatever. 2 Delta Whiskey is understandable enough. Director, Vision 2 Delta Whiskey.
Oh, is he using Drake?
Yeah, he keeps saying Drake. It's the thing that's in his database.
Can I have your call sign again?
It is vision, like eyesight.
Vision 2 Delta Whiskey, good evening. Descent altitude 6,000, QNH 1007.
And 6,000 feet on QNH 1007, Vision 2 Delta Whiskey.
124725 Vision 4 Mike Foxtrot.
Right. We'll just level change this. Not gonna mess about with the VNAV. I feel like this hold that we've got is kind of messed VNAV up. I don't want to delete it yet though because I don't know whether they're just going to say, okay, you don't have to hold here. We just vectored you. But we'll see.
Ocean 6 Juliet Alpha over the tower 118.
NAV1 is localizer. Localizer is alive. Runway heading 275. Glide slope is alive. NAV1 is glide slope.
Yes. Let's turn this controller off just a little bit. It's a little bit quiet.
Lufthansa 2 Mike, turn left heading 010. Descent altitude 5,000 feet.
Left heading 010 and descent altitude 5,000 feet.
Can hear music on
Transition altitude. Checked.
Oh, there we go. One to the 7 QNH is set.
Lufthansa 7 Foxtrot Papa, descent with glide path, contact tower 118 decimetry, good night.
Descent with the glide path,
So 1183 will be our next frequency.
Papa, speed is 170 knots until 5 DME, please.
170 knots. 5.
We're leveling out at 6 there.
Lufthansa 2 Mike, speed 200 knots, left turn heading 310, cleared ILS Zulu 28.
Left heading 310, speed 200 knots and cleared ILS Zulu runway 28.
We should
Lion
probably
Vision,
put like
Foxtrot,
230.
can we actually call you?
Slow down a little bit.
Vision 4 Mike Foxtrot, flight level 3000.
Vision 2 Delta Whiskey, speed 200 knots indicated.
Back to 200 knots indicated. Vision 2 knots. Alright, we can do that.
Number director, there was right nose 414.
Red Nose 414, good evening. Lufthansa 2 Mike, reduce your speed 170 knots. The preceding traffic is reducing to 160 knots and is 5 miles ahead.
That's speed 170 knots, Lufthansa 2 Mike.
Flaps 1.
Lufthansa 150,
Flight slope is allowed.
turn right
N81
heading
is localism. Localism is
250
allowed.
degrees.
Runway heading
Cleared ILS
275.
Zulu
N81 is glide slope.
descent altitude 4,000 feet. Vision 2 Delta Whiskey, turn left heading 060.
Set heading 060.
Heading 6.
Turn left heading 060, Vision 2 Delta Whiskey.
Lufthansa 3 Alpha Kilo.
Lufthansa 3 Alpha Kilo, director, good evening, descent altitude 6000 at QNH 1007.
Decimal 79 this time, Vision 4 Mike Foxtrot.
Lufthansa 2 Mike, descent with the glide
Pretty nice
path,
event actually.
contact
It's
tower 118
moderate traffic,
decimetry,
not too busy, but
118 decimetry, good night.
On the glide path and 118 will be Lufthansa 2 Mike 5, thank you, Shinando.
they've never really flown to Nurenberg before, but So we're just sort of sitting here level, just cruising along over Nurenberg. They're probably going to give us a direct at some point in onto the approach.
Vision 2 Delta Whiskey, left heading 310.
Set heading 310.
Cleared ILS Zulu.
Heading 310.
Roger, left heading 310, descend to 5000, cleared for the ILS Zulu approach to 8, Vision 2 Delta Whiskey.
Lufthansa 150, descend with the flight path, speed 200 knots until 10, thereafter 170 or greater until 5.
Right, level change. Left turn is going. Whack approach mode
Approach
in.
Negative, speed 200 until 10 DME, thereafter 170 or greater until 5.
So it looks like they're clearing us
So they're
to
not holding at the moment.
this fix here. They are holding some aircraft, we just got vectored.
Red nose 414, left heading.
There we go, so if we've updated the FMC there,
Left 060,
so
red nose 414.
24 miles.
Lufthansa 150, contact tower 118.3 L.
So we'll sit at 5 for wind, should pick it up. Yes, that makes sense. That's 289 degrees, so it looks like he's given us about a 30-degree intercept, which is about right.
Red nose 414, left heading 310 degrees, speed
Down 99%. Down 99%.
Red nose 414 left and heading 310, reduce speed
Down
to
99%.
Let me guess, you're going to keep reading this.
Down 99%. Down 99%. Down 99%. Down 99%. 93% right. Down 99%. 80% right.
Okay, there's the low.
Down 99%.
Should pick
65%
that
right.
up
Heading
shortly.
select off.
There we go.
Hope DeWitt. This may be a stupid question, but what exactly is a hot crossbun?
Speed 200 knots until 10 DME, thereafter 170 until 5.
What was that first? Sorry, was that 2 Delta Whiskey cleared for the ILS 200 till 10, 170 till 5?
That is correct. Over to tower 1183. Ciao, good night.
Perfect, over to tower 1183, thanks for the great service, Vision 2 Delta Whiskey.
Red nose 414, descend out. No,
Okay, so 200 till 10. We can slow to 170. Right, did this get the glide?
Lufthansa 2 Mike Mike, go round and again. Lufthansa 2 Mike Mike on runway heading
Approach
down.
Down
72%. 2% left.
Runway heading climb level 7.
Down 68%. 2% left.
Lufthansa 690,
Down
land on runway
60%.
28.
2% left.
No problem,
Down
8
60%.
So we'll hold, what are
Down
we?
55%. 1% left.
Lufthansa 2
50
Mike Mike,
miles,
confirmation
so,
195.
Down 45%.
Make sure we get
1%
this
left.
here.
Down 41%. 1% left.
Lufthansa 7
Down
Fox Papa,
36%.
contact ground 118.
Glide should be here very
Down
shortly.
31%.
Approach hold off.
Yeah, there we go. Down we go. It's better.
Lufthansa 690, wind 080 degrees, 3 knots, runway 28 for takeoff.
This is why it's useful to update
Copy,
your
one request for
FMC, so you can
takeoff,
see your DME away. So 170, I won't put that in quite yet. Tower, hello, Vision 2 Delta Whiskey, ILS, approach 12 miles for 28.
Ocean 6 Juliet Alpha, Nürnberg Tower. Ocean 6 Juliet Alpha, go ahead. Contact ground 118.01, ciao. 118.1, ciao, Shadam, 6 Juliet Alpha. Vision 2 Delta Whiskey, Nürnberg Tower, hello.
Start to slow down now.
Flaps 2.
Lufthansa 299er, disregard. Austin 421, 9er, runway 28 and wait.
Could do with a bit of
Speed
speed
break
break.
on.
Landing up 28 and wait, Austin 41.
So we do need to slow down a little bit. Take flap 5 here as well, should help us out.
2500.
Flaps 5.
Okay, 8 miles away. 5 miles, we can go back to approach speed.
Red Nose 414, Nürnberg Tower, hello. Austin 421, wind 080 degrees, 2 knots, runway 28, clear for takeoff, bye bye. Good takeoff 28, Austin 421, bye bye.
Right, we'll take
Command A off. Command A on. Command B on.
that's what I wanted to do. Take you out. 153, didn't we say?
Gear down.
Landing gear down.
Delta Vision 4 Mike Foxtrot.
Okay, take it down if you would like, I suppose.
Flaps 10.
Lufthansa 150, wind 080 degrees, 3 knots, runway 28, clear to land.
Okay, is that the Delta Kilo Bravo 510?
Let's wait and see 5. Here we go. We can take approach speed. There we go. Approach speed. Go flap 15.
Okay, roger, expect descent.
Flaps 15.
Take flaps 25.
Flaps 25.
Flaps 30. Perfect.
Flaps 30.
Landing checklist.
Landing checklist. Engine start switches.
Continuous.
Landing gear.
Down.
Flaps.
Set.
Speed brake armed.
Tower, guten Abend, FedEx 49er Tango Alpha in sequence.
Basically what happened with Command A is I
Tango
set up a
Tower.
hotkey for Command B, Control Shift Z, but it seems sometimes it also throws out the actual Command A, which is sort of weird. But it's alright, we
Oh,
should
is
put it
it
back in.
did P3D misfire? Did it not trigger off properly?
I don't know, whatever it did, it turned off
Approaching.
Command A,
28.
but we just put it back on. Second time it worked properly, so. Right, we are all good. Just waiting for landing clearance.
Can you just repeat the frequency for us, Vision 4 Mike Foxtrot?
If we do have to go around, it will be 6,000, so.
Vision 2 Delta Whiskey, wind 080 degrees, 2 knots, runway 28, clear to land.
Roger, 28 clear to land, Vision 2 Delta Whiskey. And just for information, since we are blind pilot and the
Minimum.
software doesn't allow us to taxi, when we've rolled out off of 28, we will disconnect from the network, just to let you know if you have any traffic behind us.
Roger.
Okay, good, he knows about that. I usually like to tell them just as we're about to touch. Right, here we go, come through nearly 100 feet. Whew, it's been a busy
100.
approach, but fun.
50. 30. 20. 10.
You're blocked again, textbook.
Lufthansa 150, contact ground.
Versus
147 knots. NAV1 is Localiza. Localiza is alive.
Speed brake out.
Runway
Reverse
bounced a
75.
bit.
Airborne. 134 knots.
Now reverses.
136 knots.
Get the
100
nose down. There we go.
109 knots.
100 knots.
4,000 remaining.
94 knots.
80 knots.
80 knots.
3,000 remaining.
65 knots.
60
60 knots.
node. It's not only 8,000
knots.
meter runway, so that's why.
Manual braking.
Manual brakes.
41 knots.
We've got loads of room.
19 knots.
At least 2,000 meters to spare. 2 Delta Whiskey, thanks for great service. See you next time.
See you next time.
Alright, bye. Get off of his. welcome to Nurenberg. APU is starting, we'll reposition over to a gate shortly. Very good.
Vision 4 Mike Foxtrot, you kept being blocked every time you tried to help me. Am I supposed to be on 125.2 as well? 125.2 and descend level 250, Vision 4 Mike Foxtrot.
Landing rate was -18. Yeah, it was probably TF. That's not correct. FS RAS will give us the actual landing
4
rate.
Mike Foxtrot, flight level 350, descending flight level 250.
Right, let's go EDDN.
Gate 110 at Leadku, Vision 4 Mike Foxtrot. Are you holding this evening?
Oh, it's all gone quiet.
Okay, Roger.
What do you say? They're going to hold you or just fact you?
No, he said not anymore when I asked for if they were holding.
Ah, we must have been like pretty much the first not to get a hold, I guess. Okay, P2D should reload. Hit enter again, maybe we didn't hit it. Enough.
Nick Cantos. Are you gonna add passengers? I love when you have passengers.
Well, that's going to be the last flight probably for the stream. But yeah, we can probably do it next time. They board, which is cool, and you'll hear the safety. You've probably heard it before. But what is P2D doing? Let's just see here. But yeah, once you kind of they had a lot of realism, but yeah, it was just time today. Oh, what is a hot cross bun? It's
normal speed, Vision 4 Mike Foxtrot.
Just like it's like a bread bun kind of thing. It's warm. It has like raisins and stuff, and you just spread butter or jam on it or whatever. Don't know what happened here. P2D and apparently MVDA2 just have died. Oh, looks like P2D crashed. Oh well, doesn't really matter. I was trying to reposition us over to a gate, but okay. You just died. Showed VPilot beep, so. But it also took MVDA with it. Oh, there we go. Oh, okay, there we go. Just took forever for some reason. Negative 337. There you go. So this is what I love about the PMDG.
Do you ever fly the PMDG 747? I need to fly it more often.
Yes, I do, Tyler. I flew it yesterday for Cross the Ditch for a 4-hour flight from Australia to New Zealand. Yeah, it's a great aircraft. It is the least supported, so I end up using FSFO a bit more for the speeds and headings, etc. Obviously, you can use the MCP as well, but it's just more tabbing around. But yeah, it is a good aircraft. It really is. The sounds alone just make it awesome. It's probably the best sounding PMDG aircraft. Yeah, so this is what I love about the PMDG. See here, landing vertical speed was negative 337. So yeah, that's alright. It's just standard. But the centerline deviation is 1 foot, and the centerline, the touchdown distance was 1100 feet. So if you ever heard of the saying, within the 1,000 footers, that's your touchdown zone. So we were a little bit past the touchdown zone just by 100 feet, but okay. But the centerline deviation was pretty much spot on, whereas you'll definitely see with freeware aircraft, if you use this little tool, that the centerline deviation can be anywhere from 5 or so feet to like 30 or 40 feet, which is pretty bad. It's still on the runway, but you're just nowhere near the center. So I don't really know why those are so bad. I guess they just don't follow the ILS nearly as accurately. But obviously, it looks a lot better, especially on Vatsim 2 beyond the centre. Anyway, parking brake set. I don't know why it took so long to load us over the gate. It was pretty ridiculous. My P2D probably needs to restart all the... Oh, and deficit poe crashed. Did it? Oh, something happened. Okay, don't. It's weird. Can we just do shutdown checklist?
Shutdown checklist. Fuel pumps.
Will you do the flow as well? Did it restart?
Off. Croaky. Hydraulic panel.
Set.
Flaps.
Tyler Chambliss.
Parking brake.
I always use the
Checklist
MCP,
complete.
even though I've only flown the thing like 4 times in the 6 months I've owned it. I mostly fly the 737 to 807 77:200 ER.
Yeah. Yeah, makes sense. Okay, you didn't actually do the flow there, just try shutdown flow. Just try that, regardless of. Now it crashed. Oh dear. Okay, well that's alright.
Oh, just bitch off FSFO if you're gonna start acting old.
Yeah, it's alright. Oh, P2D's doing an auto save. We'll just load a panel state. What was I going to do? Set up, do we? Yeah, here we go. State load. Oh god. All these auto saves. Just do long.
Tyler Chambliss. I think you forgot your parking brakes.
No, that's that. Lock. Oh, okay, maybe it took it off. Yeah, you could be right actually. That could have been it. I don't know. FSFO's gone, it just crashed. It's fine, we'll just do it this way.
Nightbed. Donations are not necessary, but if you would like to support the stream in any way, visit https://www.paypal.me/vipalots.
Yes. Right, okay, we're good. Is it just... yeah, okay, just put us on ground power. Right. Well, that was a good... yeah, actually, I think we did set the parking brake. Because I remember setting it when we were on stand and I was like, oh, well, why did the ignitions not go off? I just want to check this, so that was the last flight, but I just want to check the Dublin runway heading issue. So, we had a really weird issue where this Dublin scenery, runway 28, was on a heading of 227 for some reason, which was really weird because that is just... cannot be correct. Well, Google doesn't say it's correct.
Tyler Chambliss. So here's an interesting experiment. Try using that external CDU network thingy in FSFO to fly the Airbus. See how far you get.
Yeah, but we can't read the external CDU. How easy is it to read? Because I'm pretty sure people tried it. I remember I tried it with the PMDG. I purchased the 731. I tried it first on the iPhone with VO recognition, and then I tried it on... I think we tried it on PC, but it was even worse. Like, you could see bits of it, but just it wasn't laid out properly with that Avio server. I wonder how... isn't there a new thing in iOS, whatever, the latest iOS? That's actually pretty good.
129.525 vision,
like,
format Foxtrot.
Explore image, I wonder how that would do, but yeah. I think TFM should be able to do it, it's very easy, they just have to pull the OCR stuff. Like, yeah, look, heading 227. That is weird. That doesn't seem right to me. I'll have to look at that. For runway 28 left to be heading 227, TFM says taxiway Echo 1. Yeah, so yeah, TFM should, with the Windows
no,
OCR...
Is that payware scenery bitched?
I have no idea what it is. Probably. TFM should be able to use... It's going to use... So the debate on the mailing list, like, it really has to be Windows OCR because... although Azure would be better, the accuracy of the layout...
Image is meant to show you the objects in an image.
Okay. Does it pull text?
Vision format Foxtrot is 144 for 110.
Because I'm pretty sure, like, the OC... Or what the hell is it? Is it like... It's something with voiceover you can turn on with the iPhone. Screen recognition, that's it. We tried that, and it showed quite a bit of the PMDG. In fact, you could actually read down the whole CDU. But the way it was laid out, you had to navigate by word, and you couldn't actually click on something. So, like, if something was further down the page...
Let's do 28 transition file level 100 vision format Foxtrot.
If, like, you were trying to click on line 4, you would move down the words section 2 to go to line 4. But it wasn't in line, so to speak, so you would be just going word by word by word. And when you got to it, if you clicked, it wouldn't actually click the specific thing you were on, it would just click the, like, massive block of text that you were at. So it was sort of, it wasn't really usable. But TFM could use Windows OCR to pull it. The more difficult bit would be getting the panels for the Airbus, and for some of these other ones, well, not difficult, but it'd just be more time consuming, because the CDU's already there. All TFM has to do is just OCR it, basically, and apparently Windows OCR lays it out properly. So, but I mean, if you had FSFO, the MCP, so to speak.
Although the text looks really weird and you can't click on anything,
yeah,
it's pretty much word by word.
Yeah, there you go.
It's a good feature.
That was
but
the
needs
issue.
Work.
It was a really good feature, yeah. It showed it all, like, it was pretty correct. It was spot on, actually, but you just couldn't click stuff. So, like, if you wanted to go to a page, although you could see the buttons for the pages, you just couldn't click them, which was really frustrating, because it was so close. But yeah, with the MCP, the CDU, and FSFO, I think we could fly the Airbus.
OCR on Windows seems to work better than Image Explorer on iOS.
Right, yeah. I think there's some slight issues with Windows OCR, in that it will sometimes see numbers as letters, like O's, zeros, or whatever, L's and 1s, but it is laid out correctly, and we can obviously click on stuff, which is a bit more important than that. We just have to sort of live with the fact that there's some discrepancies.
Just stand by, we'll check format Foxtrot. Yes, we've got it.
Oh good, you all set up?
Format Foxtrot, yeah, should be proceeding there now.
Hope to wit.
Oh, it's
yeah,
one
but
of
you
the...
can at least click on stuff which is important for flight simming.
Exactly, yeah. And this was the debate going on, so you could either use Windows OCR, which is free,
6,000 feet, Delta November 456, direct,
idle, or move the throttles back to idle. You could use Windows OCR, which is free, or Azure, which is paid, and Azure was better because it would get it all correct to the letter, whereas Windows would make some small mistakes, but Azure would also lay things out incorrectly, so you wouldn't always know which line it was, which is a bigger issue. Because if you don't know what line it is, you don't know what line select key to hit. So Azure is pretty much, for that purpose, sure it's good for some stuff, but for that purpose it was pretty much a no-go. So we'd have to use the free OCR. But it's very doable. We could get the Aerosoft, we could get the quality wings, we could get probably some of the Wilco. There was even talk again in the FS Labs, but the issue with the FS Labs is that FSFO doesn't support it, so TFM would pretty much have to give us every panel. or all the essentials for that, or yeah, it would have to code its own flows,
5 call sign only, vision 4 Mike Foxtrot.
which is doable but much more difficult. So probably for the future. And also FS Labs have said stuff about it not being usable for the BVI pilots in the past, which, you know, well, they're wrong. It could be usable, but that kind of attitude is pretty irritating. It's also incredibly expensive, the FS Labs. Great aircraft, but very expensive, even more so than the PMDG. And you only get the, well, you get the A320, then you have to pay for the A321, the A319 separately.
Tyler Chambliss.
And they're all pretty expensive.
Vision
It's not an
Mike
OCR.
Foxtrot.
They did add a feature to allow you to take a picture and interact with the text.
Yeah.
Select it, etc.
Wait. Well, whatever it is, Tyler, you can add a screen recognition thing to your rotor. So I have one, where if
Okay, Roger, 5,000 feet on 1007 is that 1007 for Vision 5 Mike Foxtrot?
Yeah, and maybe just take a picture, I don't know, but if you're in an app that's like completely inaccessible, you can flick to your screen recognition thing on your rotor, turn it on, and you can basically read all the stuff that's there, but it's just not fully fledged out yet. There are still some issues with it.
Just let me change this for the quickest.
Yeah.
Descent checklist.
Tyler Chambliss. And screw FS Labs. Their attitude towards our community is absolutely ridiculous. Screen recognition is an accessibility feature while interactive text is not, but can be useful for us.
Yeah, I'm talking about screen recognition. I think that's what we used. Pretty sure. Because it was, I think, because you can see, you could see it all, but yeah, we just couldn't click it. Oh, FS Labs is bad, yeah. Great aircrafts though, but they're also very high performance as well. Whereas Aerosoft and PMDG is probably a little bit better, but FS Labs is pretty intensive because it has like a fully modelled cabin that you can walk through and all this stuff, which is great, but obviously some people just don't have the high fidelity PC to run it. We could probably run it just fine, but yeah, with FSFO not supporting it as well, it's pretty much a no-go. As of now. Like Aerosoft, you pay, what is it, like $60, $70? I got the 320, 321 as a bundle, 318, 319. There's some pretty good sound packs out there as well for the Aerosoft, because the default sound's pretty awful. But there is a really good freeware sound pack that you can replace them with, so that really isn't an issue either. Because the FS Labs does sound good, I'll give it that.
Okay, Roger, maintain present heading after leaving Delta November 456 for Mike Foxtrot.
Looks like Marshall's nearly here. Let's have a look at this. This scenery is messed
Tyler
up.
Chambliss. Interactive text is built into the Photos app and allows you to interact with the text from, say, a menu or whatever. It makes proper links. You can select text, etc.
See, what is this scenery? Runway 10. What is the runway heading of this? This scenery is payware, but it's clearly just not installed properly or it's messed up. Yeah, what? Oh, heading 209 for runway 10. What?
That scenery is bitched.
Yeah, it says we're taxiway Sierra 7.
Who designed that?
MK Studios.
Tyler Chambliss.
MK
and
Studios.
my cockpit sound pack for the
fuck off,
777 is nearly done.
Please, get the headings right.
Yeah, well, that's going to be uninstalled. That's pretty ridiculous. To be fair, we did get it for free. Oops. Okay, yeah, because, well, payware scenery is very expensive. And, well, they're not very expensive, but for what you actually get as a blind pilot, you just get better gate assignments.
210 Vision 4 Mike Foxtrot.
That's really all you get. The great looking textures and buildings really don't matter to us, so I'm not paying like 20-30 bucks for each airport. So it's fine, we'll just get a freeware scenery of this, a bit better. Yeah, this scenery's bulked. Okay, let's go back over to Nurenberg, shall we? See if we can watch Marshall do his landing with the AI sound pack that we have. Let's actually load up, shall we, on runway 28. Here we go. Let's do it this way. Let's watch a few aircraft come in.
Hope DeWitt. I was wondering why you would pay for it if you can't see it.
Yeah.
Now I know. LOL.
It was off.
Runway 310 on the heading, cleared ILS runway 28 Vision 4 Mike Foxtrot.
I know the flaps aren't extended. We're not going anywhere. Calm down. Yeah, it was off a bit of a. It was off one of those websites. Let's just put it that way. So it's probably just not got all the files that it needs because it wasn't even an installer. It was just a folder to copy. Characters observer. Right, we're on tower, right? What was it? 118?
I'm on direct 2 at the minute, but I'll soon be going over to tower.
Yeah, we'll just go to tower.
I didn't do the engines. It's only cockpit sound replacements. Hopefully you'll fly with it on stream.
28. On runway 28.
Go to tower, there we go. Oh yeah, Tyler, send it to me and we'll try it out. Sure.
Yeah, information confirm switch on the departure.
My backup's the default.
129, that was 525.
Thank you.
You're loud. How loud is that for you guys on stream? This is tower view. These are all the other aircraft.
On runway 28.
Tell me if that's too loud for you all.
Runway 28.
We're just going to see if we can watch Marshall land. Or hear him, I should say. It sounds like an Airbus has just taken off. Or something, going into the distance or whatever.
On runway 28.
Oh, shut up, FSRAS.
On runway 28.
It's at a fine level
looks like
for me.
it's coming in now, Vision 4 Mike Foxtrot. I forgot to tell my first officer to program it, but it looks like it's coming in now. Just waiting on the ride at the moment.
Wow, look at that.
Tyler Chambliss.
Bye.
Is that the Skisong AI pack?
Okay, Roger, once
Nick
established, we'll go
Cantos.
to tower, Vision.
I like it loud.
You like
Loud
it loud?
equals power.
Good. I'll turn it up a bit. This is what I was expecting. Yes, it is the Skysong pack installed into the Traffic Global fleet, which I'm using for model matching Tyler. These are probably the best AI sounds that there are for
Tower
aircraft.
Vision.
Well, there are some other freeware ones which are okay too.
5,000 descending on the ILS.
The issue is just more how P3D renders them. The sound engine of P3D just doesn't render them very well, but they are pretty good. If we were sat in 2020, then it would be pretty good. That's about all it's good for. I actually uninstalled it today. Saved myself about 150 gigs. Because, yeah. Right, that aircraft's over in the distance there, he's gone.
Vision 4 Mike Foxtrot, 4,500 descending on the ILS. 28.
Hope DeWitt. I think I hear Marshall's plane.
Yeah, that could be Marshall.
23.9 vision 4 Mike Foxtrot. What?
Oh. Okay. That's the view. Yeah, that view's shitty. Let's go to tower view. That's not the right frequency.
Landing checklist.
Yeah, the only tower here is 1183. Don't know what that guy's telling you. Okay, yeah, okay, that guy's off in the distance. You can hear he's departed. Let's see if we can hear when Marshall arrives.
Tyler Chambliss. I still use Ultimate Traffic Live in the Skysong pack with the AI model matching set to use the AI models from Traffic Live.
What is he?
Huh? 1183 is tower. It's only Nurenberg tower that's here in the tree view. Oh, you use Ultimate Traffic Live, yeah.
Tower vision 4 Mike Foxtrot about to land runway
about to land.
fully established.
Vision 4 Mike Foxtrot, Nurenberg Tower, good evening.
I don't know what was happening there. One of your colleagues sent me to 123.9.
It's totally fine. 123.8. Oh, no, it's 123.3, yes. No, negative. 118.3.
Yeah, 118.3 vision 4 Mike Foxtrot. Yeah.
I think Nurenberg's tired.
Tyler Chambliss. Not AI model matching. V-pilot model matching.
Landing checklist.
Yeah. You can change V-pilot to use these.
347, Chow, is this the last contact, so should I initially
I just had traffic global installed, so that's what I use, but same concept.
Nurenberg approach 129.5, whenever.
Okay,
landing checklist.
There are going to be 7.3s and 8.320s here, so we won't get to hear any heavies, I doubt, but... You can still hear that aircraft, just refresh P3D. Yeah, okay. It is still there. Sometimes if you refresh, like, just go back into P3D, you'll lose. That could be Marshall, actually. That we can hear just very far off, don't know.
I've been bitched. We're coming in too fast.
Oh god. Can you pull it out?
Legend 5 November X-ray established.
I'm gonna try. Might be a bit firm.
Lock Zulu. Do it.
Oh, it's alright, just do a go around at like 300 feet. We'll get to hear you approach and then whiz off.
Mike Foxtrot, expect late clearance.
Oh god.
Late clearance, vision 4 Mike Foxtrot.
Ooh.
$200.
We hear you. Oh wow, we don't hear you that well. Oh, I do
Tyler
hear you.
Chambliss.
Just about.
I must say I'm looking forward to flying Payware Airbus. It'll be a nice change up.
Yep, here you come.
Past minimums. Is he going to clear me to land?
You're going to have to go. Yeah, just go. Here you go. There you go, you land him.
Runway 28, vision 4 Mike Foxtrot.
The hell was that? He cleared the land like 20 feet. Oh, we can hear you. That's pretty tame though. It's got to be you there with the reverse thrust.
Vision 4 Mike Foxtrot, unfortunately we're unable to taxi the aircraft, although we will be disconnecting from the network here to vacate for traffic.
Thank you for flying to Nurenberg. See you hopefully next time, bye bye.
Yeah, maybe see you next time. Sorry about nearly messing up my landing there. It would have helped if I wasn't sent to 123.9.
You do well, better than any other.
No, nice.
There you go. Yeah, yeah, that was you there. Look, it's just gone. That was you. Right.
Yeah.
Right, well that will be the end of the stream. That was pretty fun. Took a little bit longer than I expected because of the weird APU issue. I had no idea what caused that at the start. Because our APU was all set up, but something was pretty. I wouldn't be surprised if it was that scenery. To be honest, that scenery is just really weird. Even the stands don't really seem right. To me anyway, it doesn't look right. But we will replace that for next time, whatever. Right. Well, thanks all for tuning in. It was a pretty good stream. We had a good amount of people in the chat, that's for sure, to make the 2 hour or so flight enjoyable. So we will see you next time, which will, I don't know, it won't be too long, I would imagine. Probably either during the week, if not, probably next weekend we'll stream at least one of the Vision events or the Flying Sea Centre, depending on what sort of fits it best. The Flying Sea Centre will be probably a lot of holding. They usually have, so the way it works is there's 3 airports, but the main airport is Rovaniemi, which is a little airport in Finland, Lapland, and it has 1 runway, so you tend to have 150 whatever arrivals into this tiny airports. They have to hold you for a couple of hours usually at various waypoints. So I don't know how fun that will be for the stream, just to sort of sit there holding, but I guess it's kind of like sitting there cruising, so we may as well just do, we probably will just stream it, to be fair. So yeah, we'll see, but right, we'll see you next time. The stream will archive as always at some point and be available for you to rewatch on the channel. It should archive straight away on Twitch, and you can get hold of me in all the usual places.